This is a really simple but quite powerful wee spreadsheet little tool to help keep track of tasks, workflows, clients. It's a process. Hello and welcome to your Taskmaster. So this was originally designed for myself. I was finding it really difficult to keep track of where I was with different clients. I was spinning lots of plates, and any tool I looked at that was already out there in the market was either too simple or too complex for what I needed. So I created my own. It's quite powerful, but it also is really simple and user friendly. So here's a little guide. The instructions is on the first tab if you need a quick reference. Second tab is planning. Look how simple. So here it's designed for 10 clients at once or 10 categories at once if you're using it for something that's not client work. I figured that anything beyond 10, then you probably would need something more complex than this. So you just pop your clients' names in. So at the moment, I just call them client 1, 2, 3, 4. And what status? So there's an opportunity for 10 different statuses, but I've gone for a very simple traffic light system of working on it, stuck, and done. And then we go to the overview. So when you first open it, it will be set up just for 4 clients. And what we do is we click on client number 1 and we choose it from our drop down list. And the same for client 2, 3, 4. And for client number 1, I'm just going to type in here in the blue tick box here, task 1, and I'm going to give it a due date. So let's say it's not due for another couple of weeks. So the 21st of July 23. So this is when it tells us, automatically tells we've got 14 days. So I'm going to let my taskmaster know that I'm working on it. And just for ease, I'm going to do client 2, but this is something that's come in really quickly and they need it really quickly. So let's say it's due next week. So we'll say it's the 11th of July 23. You'll see it's gone orange. Well, it's slightly paler yellow. So what it does is it's just color coded. I'm going to tell it it's working on it as well. It's color coded so that if it's a week, if the date is a week out, then it'll go yellow. If it's a couple of days, so let's put a task 1 in here for our 3rd client. Let's say it's the 8th of July, which is tomorrow. Then you see it's gone slightly darker in colour. And then, again, good practice, tell it we're working on it. If we did task 4, and we say that it's actually due today of July 23. There we go, we've gone even darker still. And then finally, when we've missed it, so task 2 here for client 1. So let's say this was actually due yesterday. Then it tells us it's overdue. And then, so this is all color coded. You can see at a glance how it works. It's all got formula coded in. You can see which client it is. I've put in 20 tasks per client, but again, I figured if you had anything more than that, then this overview wouldn't work so well, but also you probably need a tool that's a bit more complex. But if you've actually managed to do it, so yes, let's say we've done this one and we change it to done, then we go green. So you can see on a color coding system, anything that's white, more than 7 days until you have to deliver on it. Then at 7 days onwards, we're going yellow. We're then going orange when we're closer to it. Let me take that off. Due date and overdue. And it is that simple. If you had more than 4 clients, they're here. So if you look at these little pluses and minuses at the top here, say I've got a client 5. So I would add a plus, which gives a new column. I've used all my 4 clients here, so I'd go back to the planning and I would add another one, new client, go to my overview, click it, add new client, and then we've got task 1 to go. and it's that simple. So if it gets full or overwhelming, or you finish with one client, there's a few different things you can do. You can either delete it, just hit the column and delete it, or you can start a new overview when you're realizing that you've only got a couple of things left for these clients. There's a blank overview here, so that's always blank. So what I would recommend is just to keep that as blank and don't use it. And then if you did on the one that you're currently using, it got full, then just right click. This is in Excel, I'm showing this one. You would do that, create a copy, okay, and start again. So sometimes I've done it for months, so you could have an overview and rename the month. So let's say this is for currently in July. Oops, not my name, July. And then that's all your client work for July, etc. Also, you could use it for projects. So let's say this isn't a month, this is actually a project. Let's call it Project Alpha. And even though I've called this clients, let's say it's not clients, let's say it's an actual breakdown of what you need to do for projects. So you need to do research, you need to do planning, you need to do, well, I don't know, design, marketing, etc. Oh, he's being too quick there. Then instead of using the clients up here, you would use it that way. So, okay, so research, our first task is, okay, marketing, our first task is, etc. And do it that way instead. So even though I set it up for working for clients, it is flexible, it is adaptable. I hope you find it as useful as I found it.